should turn the other light off in the house too. All right, a little backyard hangout session. We're just gonna chill and relax and hang out, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever topics we come up with, and whatever goes, goes. Chat might go sideways, and we're good with that. It's been one hell of a day. The whole bank account thing kind of put a damper on the next 10 days. But whatever it is, what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I've already taken care of everything I can. So, hey, Kitty, welcome in. You're the first one here. I figured I'd just kind of hang out in the backyard and go live tonight. My bank account got hacked. So, until I get a new bank card, I'm kind of stuck sitting at the house. Somebody, somehow, some way, got a hold of my card number. I don't know if it was one of those little card skimmers or what, but I got messages this morning from the bank saying that they needed to talk to me about fraud on my bank card, and I called them up. First, I verified it because, I wanted to make 100% sure it was actually the bank calling me, so I verified the number, and yes, it was the bank. Somebody had got a hold of my card and tried to buy a whole bunch of shit online at Walmart and TikTok and a bunch of other places like nowhere near me. So the bank flagged it and basically freaking didn't let any of the transactions go through. But now my card's compromised, and I had to get a new card. So my account's locked up for at least 10 to 14 days until I get a new card. So I was going to go fish today, but instead I had to deal with all that bullshit. So now I'm just going to sit here at the house and blow the fish whistle a little bit and hang out. So give me 2 seconds, you guys. I got to go turn off the light in the kitchen just because it's like killing the vibe with the little freaking lights. So while I'm gone, don't forget to hit that like button or in the share if you want as well. Hey, Will, welcome back. Yeah, hit that like and share, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to flip the light off real quick. All right. All right. I was hoping for like a cool sunset out here tonight, but it's all cloudy, so no good sunsets. But whatever, it is what it is. So I was looking at the weather for the next few days. Tomorrow is supposed to be pretty nice at the home lake, so I think I'm going to go fish it. And then the following 2 days, there's like a 60% chance of rain. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't really feel like going out and fishing in the rain. So maybe I'll take that time to like clean out the garage and get some stuff organized and situated. But tomorrow, I don't know if I want to take the boat or not. It's kind of a catch-22. Like if I don't, then I'm limited to shore fishing certain spots. But if I do, I can get around the entire lake. But at the same point, negative 38. Oh, that's like inhumane. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Like, I'm gonna mostly catfish tomorrow. That's gonna be my yeah. The fish should be biting right before the storm front, which is coming in like late tomorrow night. So today it's cloudy. It's been cloudy all day. So, and it's not like storm clouds. It's just like overcast. But I'm thinking that this pressure drop that we're gonna get before this front might actually help the fish. But I don't know if I want to take the boat and just go anchor up in one spot all day and try to fish that one spot. I can move around a little bit if need be, but there's the option of just shore fishing it as well. So I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. Hey, small bass, welcome in. Welcome in. So I wonder where everybody's at. I know Cindy went live right as I was setting up my live, and Eagle was going live. I just saw that, so a lot of people might be watching them. But you guys don't be afraid to hit that like, subscribe, and more importantly, the share button. The more people we can get the channel pushed out to, the more fun we're going to eventually have down the road. Because the more people in here hanging out, chatting, whatever, the more chat can absolutely just go freaking sideways. And we all know that the farther chat goes sideways in this channel, the better. There's no rules. We're not going to kick you out for what you got to say, and we encourage the trolls to show up because we get to fuck with the trolls. We get to troll the trolls here. So yeah, we have predominantly chattel cats out here as well. Will we do have some blues? We don't have flathead, but my home lake, I don't believe has any blue in it. So it's kind of a weird lake. Like even down to the bait fish in there, there's no crawdads in there. So crawdads at that lake are like, people think that you go out and throw, the plastic craws or whatever, or a craw jig trailer, and it's going to work really well because it tries to mimic a crawdad. But what people don't realize is that there's no craws there, so it's not a natural forage for the bass. Yeah, you're absolutely right, small bass. Freaking trolls equal fun. Trolls let us freaking take out our frustration on them. They always try to think like, oh, we're making it mad, but they're making us mad or whatever. But no, they're actually making us have fun at their expense. Hey, Adam, welcome in. Kitty, approximately 5 miles from Lockport, Manitoba. There's some crazy catfishing. I've never heard a lot about the Canadian cats, man. Most of the people up there I talk to are all into the walleye and the pike and things like that. 20 pounds are the monsters there. Yeah, 20 pounds a big channel cat. I think the lake or the state record here is I want to say 30 something. Don't quote me on that, but it should be in the 30s. So maybe low 40s. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on the channel cat record here, but I haven't really been fishing for cats for a while. I'm more concerned with, on the catfish spectrum, I'm more concerned with the lake record at my home lake because, you get the lake record and that gets your name in the book. So I want my name in that books. I want it for the cat, the carp, the bass, and the crappie. And I've never actually targeted crappie, so I really want to make sure that I can get at least the bass and the cat would be awesome. The bass is going to be the hard record. It's a 19.3 pound bass that holds the record right now. So breaking that's going to be difficult, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. It's also possible that by breaking that lake record, I could break the state record as well because the state record's like 21 point something pounds. So, and I think there's a freaking world record in that lake. Yeah, trolls will definitely help with a fucked up day, man. You can troll the trolls and make yourself laugh and put a smile on your face. You get random sturgeon there, okay. Minnow and bobber for crappie, yeah. We can't fish live bait in the home lake. I do have a boatload of custom crappie baits from Crappie Man Jigs. So I believe he's live right now too. So a lot of people are over there, but We have one lake here that says they have sturgeon in it. I've never caught one. Never seen anybody catch one out of there. I've seen pictures of them from there. And it's obvious, like the way the photos were taken, that it's obvious that it's from that lake. But I've never actually physically seen a sturgeon in or at that lake. So, and I've fished for them. I've just never caught one. One of these days I might. I was talking to the lake staff, and they were saying that they know for a fact the sturgeon are breeding in that lake because they've been catching smaller sturgeon. You know, somebody caught like a 26-inch sturgeon in that lake, which definitely says that that is a juvenile sturgeon, and you don't get juvenile sturgeon without adult sturgeon making juvenile sturgeon. So they're in there. It's just a matter of like there's probably only a couple, maybe like one or two breeding pairs, and it's all about getting one to bite. Hey, it's me. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's me is going to give me shit about my rod getting thrown in the water, but that's all right. I'm fine with it. Yeah, some of those fish are old. Especially those sturgeon. They live like 100+ years, from what I understand. So if you catch a big, monster sturgeon, that thing's, probably older than your great grandparents. That's that's funny. You guys got a bunch of burbot. Want to see my rod hooked onto one a few months ago up in Montana, and I believe he said that was the first one he'd ever hooked. So, oh hell yeah, you're going to Thailand, dude? That's awesome. I've heard Thailand's beautiful. I've never been there. I heard it's hot and humid as shit, but hey, fat cat, welcome in. Are you talking about the burbot are hard to find, but you still have them? Yeah, sea turtles get old as hell too. Oh, land turtles too, right? I don't know where Josie is. She probably didn't get the notification. I could text her real quick and tell her we're live, but I'd have to swipe out of the live real quick to do that. Yeah, Thailand's gonna be awesome, dude. That's badass. Soak it all in, man. Soak it all in. No, I was not able to get that rod out of the water. I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I know pretty much where it's at. I didn't have the fish finder hooked up, so I couldn't put an exact X on the water, like the exact spot. But I know where it is. So I'm gonna go back next time I'm on the home lake. I'm gonna spend about an hour or so with a big snag hook. I'm gonna get like a big old freaking a big treble hook and pretty much just tie it to a rope and try to snag that thing out of there. Yeah, the rod was sacrificed to the lake. Hopefully, that sacrifice pleases the fish gods and they reward me for it. So your 11-hour flight, that's not bad, man. Just have a couple of drinks before you get on the flight and pass out, and you'll wake up in Thailand. That's usually what I do when I fly. I burn one right before I get to the airport, then I'm just super chill. And the flight's like no big deal. You capsize your boat. Yeah, you said that the other day. That would suck. You lose a lot doing that. Shell, you could lose your life doing that. No, that was not a joke. That was that was a heartbreaking moment for me. I've caught more big bass on that specific rod and reel. Um, Hell, I've caught saltwater fish on that rod and reel. I've caught carp. I caught my PB carp on that rod. Um, my PB cat came on that rod. Um, a bunch of bass over like 7 to 10 pounds. Um, yeah. Oh, a red-tailed cat. Those things are so cool looking. I wish we had those here. They get big too. Yeah, capsizing your boat would be fucking freaky. We went out one day. We decided to take my buddy's bayliner out to the kelp beds, which are about. You might have missed something. Oh, small bass. I butterfingered a rod into the rod and reel into the lake on Sunday. Just straight up, like, I don't know what the hell happened. I cast, and like mid cast, somehow my bail shut, and the force of the lure flying out with the bail being closed and all that, like I just butterfingered that rod into the lake. There's a short of it. It's pretty hilarious, but it happened on the live too. So, but yeah, what I was saying is, we were going out to fish the kelp beds. They're about a half mile off the coast of San Diego. Um, there's guys that go out there and kayak out to them and all that. It's not far. If need be, you could swim to the shore if you absolutely had to. It'd be a long swim, and you'd be freaking spent by the time you got there. You'd hit the beach and basically just like fall over and pass out for a while. But we were heading out, and on the way out, the channel to get out in, because from the bay to the ocean, you got to go through the channel, and it was kind of sketchy in the channel. Usually there's no waves in the channel. There's like wakes and stuff from boats, but there's actual waves in the channel. And we were going out, and right at the end of the channel, um, we had a wave break over the bow of the boat, and that was enough for us to be like, all right, yeah, it's not worth it. No yellowtail or lingcod is worth that. So that's the closest we ever came to capsizing, but that shit was scary. You sunk in a few John boats. You were trolling Atlantic salmon. 70 fathoms. Oh shit. We've almost been hit before. How do you sink a John boat? Oh, you sunk your John boat, Will? I mean, those things are usually pretty wide and stable. How the hell do you sink a John boat? I mean, I know it'd be easy to 8-foot waves. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. I won't take my boat out, even though it's a V hole, it's not a deep V. So I won't even take that out to the kelp. And that's only 2 miles offshore. Because, all it takes is, 2 seconds and the waves come up and the wind waves and all that. And things go sideways real quick. And the last thing I want to do is lose my boat and all my gear because I went out and was stupid. Yeah, the Titanic sank, exactly. The unsinkable ship freaking split in half and sank. So, you know, things do go sideways. Things do definitely go sideways. Oh, so somebody else came flying by and freaking created a wake that just dumped you. Yep. I've seen that happen to a bunch of kayakers before. Um, dudes come hauling ass by, don't care, and they just dump the kayaker. Hell, there's a video that was circulating around the shorts feed on YouTube for a while of a jet ski that came up and roosted a kayaker and sank him. Yeah, I had to plug my phone in before the live. I'll tell you what, the iPhone charges quick. I was at like 17% when I started the live. We're 20 minutes in. I'm at 63. Yeah, I could see how those John boats would sink pretty easy if you got waves breaking over the bow or whatever. It's not like you have a bilge pump in those to bilge the water out, so it's going to offset your balance and all that real quick. So that's why you got to have boat insurance nowadays. If it sinks, they'll buy you a new one. You just got to prove that it was like something stupid that happened. Oh, that sucks. That's a lot to lose. The line counter trolling reels, some of those are nice. The fish finder would hurt. Those aren't cheap. Neither are the trolling motors. Yeah, overloaded is a lot of people don't realize how overloading a boat can really affect the buoyancy. But it happens on a daily. I look at these little pongas that come up out of Mexico with like 30, 40, 50 people on them on like a 22-foot ponga. And that to me just seems insane. We've been out fishing off Mexico before, like 35, 40 miles out, and see dudes from Mexico come out to fish in those pongas. And it's basically just a the ponga, if you guys have never seen one, it's an aluminum V-hull John boat, basically. I mean, they're just like, they're sketchy as shit. But these guys come out straight freaking hand tiller motor on the back, like 25 horse motor, and they're out like 15, 20, sometimes 30 miles, which to me is just insane. That's like way too far out to be in a boat like that. They're almost like an oversized canoe. But to each his own, To each his own. All right, let's see what happens here. I like playing with the little stuff that YouTube pops up. I don't know about you guys. Well, you guys don't see it, but on our side, on the streamer side of it, we get all these little pop-ups that want us to kind of like start a Q&A or things like that. And some of them are really stupid. Some are okay. And a lot of them are like, "What's your favorite ice cream?" Or "What would you do to your car?" Just stupid little stuff. But I guess they do it as like engagement filters. So there's all kinds of cool stuff they do, but we'll play with them all once in a while and have fun with it. So, but I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I boat fish tomorrow or should I bank fish? What's the majority opinion? I'm kind of. I unhooked the trailer today from the truck because I had to drive the truck today, but I didn't want to tow the boat all around town. Everybody get his life jacket on and. Oh, that would suck. I want a hook in your back while you're having to freaking. Oh God, that would suck. Having to freaking swim in with a life jacket on and a hook in your back. Yeah, that'd be brutal. That'd be a day ender. All right, Will says I should bank fish. We got 4 other people hanging out. What are the other 4 opinions? Actually, while you guys think on that real quick, I'm going to send a real quick text message So I'm going to swipe out of the stream for a quick second. It might freeze up for a second, but I'm going to send a real quick text message, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.